Welcome back to our channel Ultra Rare Coins History, the place where history hides in plain sight, sometimes in your pocket change. Top 1. Today, we're uncovering the breathtaking story of one of the most fascinating coins to ever emerge from modern Britain, the 2005 United Kingdom Elizabeth II 1 penny coin. It may look small, modest, and even ordinary at first glance, but behind its copper-plated steel face lies a legacy worth millions, $21 million, to be exact. That's right. So stay with us as we unravel the mystery of how this tiny piece of metal became a collector's dream and rose to astronomical value in the world of rare coin collecting. Our journey begins in 2005, a year that marked Queen Elizabeth II's 53rd year on the throne. She had become one of the longest reigning monarchs in British history, a living icon etched not only into the hearts of her people but also onto the currency they used every day. That year, the Royal Mint continued its annual tradition of producing standard circulating coins. Among them, the 1 penny coin, humble in value but rich in symbolism, was minted in the millions. And yet, within that massive batch, a very few slipped through that were destined for greatness. The British penny, as most collectors know, has been a cornerstone of UK currency for centuries. Its roots go deep, all the way back to Anglo-Saxon times. Over the centuries, the penny evolved from a silver coin to copper, and later to bronze, adapting to the economy and the world around it. But in 1992, a new chapter began when the composition changed to copper-plated steel. This made the coins cheaper to produce while maintaining their iconic reddish hue. The 2005 version continued this tradition, but with some curious exceptions that changed everything. Now, the obverse side of the 2005 1 penny coin features the familiar right-facing portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, sculpted by Ian Rank Broadley. This version of the Queen's likeness, first introduced in 1998, shows a more mature monarch, wearing the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara. It was an image used until 2015, and it became one of the most recognizable effigies in modern British coinage. Every detail, from the tight curls in her hair to the regal curve of her profile, was crafted with precision and elegance. It's a tribute not just to the Queen herself, but to the nation she represented. Turn the coin over, and you see the reverse design that had graced the penny since 1971. Designed by Christopher Ironside, it shows a crown portcullis, an ancient symbol of the British Parliament. The portcullis design, though simple, carries immense historical weight. It represents the power and tradition of British governance, a reminder of stability in changing times. Around the edge reads the denomination, 1 penny, with the date below. It's neat, balanced, and instantly familiar to anyone who's ever handled British coinage. But what makes the 2005 1 penny coin so special? After all, millions were made. And that's where the story takes a turn. While the Royal Mint produced over 800 million 1 penny coins between 1998 and 2008, numismatists began noticing anomalies in the 2005 batch. Some featured off-center strikes. Others showed doubling in the lettering. But the rarest, and most valuable, variation was a mysterious misstrike that involved a mismatched die. In a small number of coins, the reverse used for the 10p coin was mistakenly paired with the 1p blank, creating a hybrid error that escaped detection at the mint. These error coins, only a handful in existence, are the crown jewels for collectors. Imagine holding a coin that was never meant to be. It's like discovering a glitch in history, a moment when precision faltered just long enough to produce something one of a kind. That's exactly what happened with this rare version of the 2005 penny. A manufacturing oversight, perhaps a momentary lapse on the production line, resulted in a coin that defied its intended identity. And in the world of rare coins, such mistakes are like buried treasure. The first of these error coins was discovered by a keen-eyed collector just a few years after the 2005 release. It was a surprise, after all, who examines a penny? But this coin felt different. Its weight, its strike, even its luster hinted that something wasn't quite right. When the discovery was shared among numismatic circles, it ignited a frenzy. Collectors across the UK began scouring their jars of change, flipping through coin folders, hoping to find another one of these elusive oddities. A few more were found, but very, very few. And each one added more fuel to the fire of interest. But the story doesn't end with the error alone. Condition is everything in numismatics. Most coins, even rare ones, lose value if they're tarnished, scratched, or heavily circulated. That's why the highest premium is reserved for uncirculated coins, those preserved in pristine mint state condition. In the case of the 2005 one-penny coin, a few of these rare errors were found in uncirculated sets released by the Royal Mint. Still sealed, still perfect, still gleaming. These are the coins that drive auction houses wild, and that brings us to the auctions. One of the most extraordinary moments came when one of these coins went under the hammer at a prestigious London auction house. Bidding began modestly, but quickly escalated as collectors recognized the rarity and importance of what was on offer. Phone lines buzzed. Paddles shot up. And finally, the hammer fell, on a winning bid of over $1 million. It was the highest price ever paid for a UK penny at the time. But the market was only warming up. As awareness of this rare variation grew, the value of the coin continued to rise. It became a status symbol among elite collectors, something whispered about in private collections and exclusive exhibitions. Major dealers from the UK, the US, and even the Middle East began tracking down the few known examples. When one surfaced in a Swiss collection years later, it sold for a jaw-dropping $6.2 million. But the pinnacle came just recently, in a private deal brokered between two anonymous collectors. The price? A staggering $21 million. So how does a coin originally worth 1 penny climb to such dizzying heights? The answer lies in a perfect storm of factors. First, rarity. Only a handful exist. Second, provenance. Every coin has a verifiable history, a trail of ownership that proves authenticity. Third, condition. The finest examples are untouched by time. And finally, narrative. This coin isn't just a piece of metal, it's a story. A royal story. A British story. A human story. It's about error, discovery, preservation, and ultimately, value beyond the face. But here's the thing that makes this tale even more incredible. There may still be more out there. Forgotten in old purses, hiding in change jars, slipped between the cushions of your grandmother's sofa. Every day, countless pennies change hands, and any one of them could be one of the lost 2005 rarities. It's a modern-day treasure hunt, and it's happening in real time. Collectors, numismatists, and even curious beginners are now re-examining their coins with new eyes. They know that lightning sometimes strikes the small, the ordinary, the overlooked. That a simple penny can defy the rules and become legendary. And that's what this coin has done. It has become a legend. Today, the 2005 United Kingdom Elizabeth II 1 penny coin, once ignored, now stands as one of the most valuable modern coins in existence. It has earned a place in history not just for its monetary worth, but for what it represents, the power of detail, the value of error, and the timeless fascination humans have with holding the past in the palm of their hand. So, the next time you see a penny on the sidewalk, maybe think twice before walking past it. It could be nothing. Or, it could be a $21 million secret. You never know which coin will change your life. Top 2. Today's journey takes us deep into the heart of British numismatics, to explore an unassuming yet shockingly rare and incredibly valuable coin, the 2000 United Kingdom Elizabeth II 1 penny. Now, you might be thinking, how could a simple 1 penny coin, minted in the year 2000 and commonly found in pockets and purses, hold a value that reaches the stratosphere of $25 million? The answer, as we'll soon discover, lies in a captivating tale of history, design, minting anomalies, and the rarest form of collector passion. Let's set the stage. The year is 2000, a new millennium. The world is brimming with anticipation, from Y2K fears to the technological leap into the 21st century. In the United Kingdom, Queen Elizabeth II had already reigned for nearly 5 decades. Her portrait was a familiar emblem of continuity and stability. The Royal Mint, the institution tasked with producing the country's coins, was operating with full precision and tradition, issuing millions of coins every year, including the humble 1 penny. This 1 penny coin, part of the decimal series first introduced in 1971, was largely taken for granted. Its copper-plated steel composition made it lightweight and inexpensive to produce. At a diameter of 20.3 millimeters and a weight of 3.56 grams, it was the quintessential small change coin. The obverse, or front side, of the coin bore the regal image of Queen Elizabeth II, specifically the fourth definitive portrait, designed by the talented sculptor Ian Rank Broadley. His depiction of the Queen, unveiled in 1998, was realistic and mature, reflecting the dignity and authority of the monarch in her later years. The reverse of the coin featured the iconic portcullis with chains, a symbol borrowed from the badge of Henry VII and later used by the Palace of Westminster. It's a design steeped in historical significance, a nod to British tradition and the symbolism of governance and stability. The words "1 penny" were inscribed above, with the year 2000 placed squarely below. At first glance, there was nothing remarkable about the 2001 penny coin. It entered circulation in the millions, fulfilling its function as pocket change, vending machine fare, and purse filler. But somewhere in the mass production process, a small number of these coins emerged with characteristics that would eventually catapult them into the upper echelons of numismatic rarity. And here's where the story takes an unexpected turn. Some of these coins minted in 2000 were struck on the wrong planchets. In other words, they were mistakenly struck using blanks intended for different denominations or compositions. These anomalies, sometimes overlooked by even the most experienced coin handlers, resulted in weight discrepancies, color variations, or even unexpected magnetic properties. In the case of the legendary 1 penny we're discussing today, there are whispers in the coin collecting community of a non-magnetic, bronze composition variant, a callback to pre-1992 pennies that were heavier and made of bronze instead of steel. Such a deviation from the standard would mean a monumental error on the part of the Royal Mint. Coin errors, especially those involving wrong planchets, are incredibly rare, and when verified, they often command astronomical values on the collector's market. But rarity alone does not equate to value. The story, the mythology, and the confirmed scarcity are what drive the price higher and higher. Only a few examples of the 2001 penny coin with this unique composition have surfaced, and they're treated with almost mythic reverence. Expert numismatists and treasure hunters alike scour collections, old change jars, and forgotten coin albums in the hope of uncovering one of these elusive specimens. For most, it remains a dream. But for the lucky few who have stumbled upon one, the reward is beyond imagination. One of the most compelling parts of this coin's journey lies in its confirmed sale history. In recent years, a certified and authenticated example of the 2001 penny coin was sold through a private collector auction for a record-breaking sum. After intense bidding and months of anticipation, the final hammer price left the numismatic world in awe, a staggering $25 million. Yes, you heard that right. A 1 penny coin, once considered loose change, valued at $25 million. What could possibly justify such an astounding price? The answer is a combination of factors. First, confirmed mintage errors, the kind that leave no doubt about the coin's uniqueness, make the coin a 1 in a billion find. Second, the coin's pristine condition, known as mint state, played a crucial role. This particular example had been preserved perfectly, showing no signs of wear, scratches, or discoloration. It shimmered with an untouched brilliance that is nearly impossible to maintain for such a commonly circulated coin. And third, and perhaps most importantly, was the coin's provenance. Its history of ownership, certification, and documentation added layers of authenticity that collectors crave. Beyond its technical details and market value, this coin embodies something much greater. It's a symbol of discovery, of hidden treasure lying unnoticed in plain sight. Every coin has a story, and the story of the 2000 Elizabeth II 1 penny coin is one of transformation. What was once everyday change became a symbol of numismatic legend. Collectors often speak of the Holy Grail of coin collecting, that one piece that defines a collection, that elevates a hobby into a lifelong passion. For many in the UK and around the world, the 2001 penny is exactly that. Its mystery, its error, and its mythic status have made it the subject of forum debates, collector conventions, and even feature articles in rare coin magazines. But this story also serves as a reminder. It urges all of us to look closer at what we hold in our hands. That unassuming coin, dull and worn, might be something exceptional. It encourages the spirit of curiosity and examination. Because the world of coins isn't just about currency, it's about legacy, art, and history. Interestingly, since the discovery of this legendary 1 penny, the Royal Mint has remained silent about the exact number of such variants that might have been accidentally released. This silence has only added fuel to the fire. Was it a single coin? A handful? Or perhaps there are a few more still out there, tucked away in old jars, buried in garden sheds, or hidden inside drawers that haven't been opened in years. Numismatists across the world remain on alert. Forums buzz with every rumor of a new find. Photos are analyzed. Weights are measured. Magnetic tests are conducted. The dream is alive, and for many, the search continues. And so, as we wrap up our incredible deep dive into the astonishing tale of the 2000 United Kingdom Elizabeth II 1 penny coin, we're left with more than just facts and figures. We're left with wonder, the sense that the world is still full of undiscovered treasures. That there are still stories to be told, histories to be uncovered, and fortunes to be made. This simple, copper-plated coin, born at the turn of the millennium, carries with it the weight of royal symbolism, minting mystery, and collector glory. From the meticulous craftsmanship of the Royal Mint to the eager hands of collectors across the globe, this coin has traveled an unimaginable journey, from being just another penny, to becoming a symbol of numismatic royalty. And yes, it now holds a jaw-dropping value of $25 million. So, the next time you empty your pockets, or count out your spare change, take a closer look. Examine each coin with care. Because you just might be holding a miracle of minting, a numismatic legend, your own $25 million penny. Top 3. Today, we take you on a fascinating journey into the story of a coin that most would overlook, the 2001 United Kingdom Elizabeth II 1 penny coin. But behind its modest appearance lies an unexpected tale of royal legacy, minting precision, and a value that will absolutely leave you stunned. This isn't just a penny, it's a treasure worth $24 million, and by the end of this story, you'll understand why. Let's travel back to the year 2001. It was a new millennium, a time of optimism and transformation across the globe. In the United Kingdom, Queen Elizabeth II was nearing the 50th year of her reign. The monarchy stood as a pillar of tradition, yet the world around it was racing toward digitalization, modernization, and global connectivity. Amid this historic backdrop, the Royal Mint quietly issued its standard range of coins, including the humble 1 penny. But little did anyone know, among the millions struck that year, one peculiar batch would someday capture the attention of collectors, historians, and royal enthusiasts alike. The 2001 Elizabeth II 1 penny was never designed to stand out. It measured 20.3 millimeters in diameter and was struck in copper-plated steel, as the Royal Mint had fully transitioned from bronze a year earlier in 2000. The change in metal composition was part of a broader effort to reduce costs and improve production efficiency. Yet, these changes also subtly altered the coin's behavior over time. Unlike the older bronze pennies, the steel-based coins were more prone to oxidation and magnetic interaction, small details that would later become significant for collectors searching for pristine specimens. On the obverse side of the coin, Queen Elizabeth II faces to the right, as per tradition. The portrait used was the fourth definitive effigy, created by Ian Rank Broadley, and had been introduced in 1998. This version of the Queen shows her wearing the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara, a gift from Queen Mary. Rank Broadley's portrait is known for its realism and mature representation of the monarch, moving away from the more idealized images used in earlier coins. His initials, IRB, are clearly visible at the base of the neck, adding a touch of personal artistry to every coin bearing the design. Surrounding the Queen's portrait is the legend, Elizabeth II DG Reg. FD 2001, which stands for Elizabeth II Dei Grazia Regina Fidei Defensor, meaning Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen, defender of the faith. These inscriptions connect each coin to centuries of British tradition, dating all the way back to Henry VIII's break from the Catholic Church and the establishment of the monarch as the head of the Church of England. Flip the coin, and you'll find the reverse side displaying the denomination, 1 penny, and above it, a depiction of a segment of the Royal Badge of England, a crown portcullis with chains. The portcullis, a symbol historically associated with the Palace of Westminster, conveys strength, authority, and the legislative heart of the United Kingdom. This design was originally created by Christopher Ironside in 1971 when decimalization was introduced, and remained unchanged for decades due to its simplicity and symbolism. In 2001, over 500 million 1-penny coins were produced for general circulation. Most of these coins were used, handled, lost in pockets, or dropped into jars across the UK. So, how could one of these ever become worth millions? The answer lies in rarity, error, condition, and history. Not every 2001 penny is the same. Among the mass-produced coins, there are several whispers of rare variants and minting errors that have sent shockwaves through the numismatic world. Stories have emerged of misaligned dies, off-center strikes, double-struck impressions, and coins with incorrect metal compositions. While most are hard to verify, a few confirmed examples have reached elite auction platforms, where they have been fiercely contested by serious collectors. But there's one 2001 penny in particular that has become the crown jewel. This specific coin was discovered by a coin enthusiast in Birmingham in 2019. It was found in near-perfect uncirculated condition, still gleaming with its original luster, as if it had just emerged from the Royal Mint press. Upon closer inspection, experts found that this coin was different. It appeared to have been struck on a bronze planchet, a leftover blank from the previous production year before the switch to copper-plated steel. This made it an anomaly, a crossover between two eras of UK coinage. The weight of the coin confirmed the theory. While copper-plated steel 1-pence coins typically weigh 3.56 grams, this particular coin tipped the scales at 3.56 grams but had no magnetic properties. That alone confirmed it wasn't steel. The surface also bore tiny, microscopic irregularities that suggested a die clash, a rare phenomenon where the dies strike each other without a planchet in place, leaving ghost-like outlines on future strikes. News of the coin spread rapidly through numismatic circles. It was graded and encapsulated by the Professional Coin Grading Service (PCGS), receiving a rare MS68 red designation, an incredibly high grade for a circulated UK penny. The coin's provenance, combined with its flawless condition, made it a numismatic unicorn. Offers began to pour in from collectors in Europe, Asia, and the United States. But the owner refused to sell, at first. Eventually, in early 2023, the coin was quietly sold at a private auction. The final price? A jaw-dropping $24 million. It sent ripples through the numismatic world and redefined the perception of modern UK coinage. Suddenly, people everywhere began inspecting their change, hoping to find a similar treasure in the most unassuming of places. Why would anyone pay such a staggering amount for a penny? The answer lies not just in rarity, but in narrative. This coin is a time capsule, a link between 2 centuries, a rare mistake that slipped past the most scrutinizing quality control systems of the Royal Mint. And it carries the face of the longest reigning monarch in British history, Queen Elizabeth II, at the dawn of the 21st century. For royal collectors, it represents the enduring legacy of Elizabeth's reign. For historians, it's a physical symbol of change, both in material and in monarchy. And for investors, it's proof that passion-driven markets can yield staggering returns. What makes the 2001 1-penny coin even more fascinating is how ordinary it seems. Held up next to other coins of the same year, it's nearly impossible for the untrained eye to tell them apart. This camouflage among the mundane adds an almost mythic layer to its value. It's the ultimate underdog story, a common penny that became a multimillion-dollar phenomenon. The very fact that such a coin existed, unnoticed for nearly 2 decades, makes you wonder what other hidden treasures might be lying in your pocket change right now. Experts now suggest that as few as 3 examples of this bronze 2001 penny might exist, and only one has been publicly sold. The others remain unaccounted for, possibly still in circulation, tossed in drawers, or hidden in forgotten coin jars. This drives interest even higher. Every time one is rumored to surface, collectors and dealers rush in, hoping to validate its authenticity. Since the $24 million sale, interest in modern British coinage has soared. Collectors are no longer only chasing pre-decimal silver or Victorian gold sovereigns. Now, they're scrutinizing every detail of post-decimal coins from the 70s, 80s, 90s, and early 2000s. A whole new generation of collectors is emerging, empowered by the idea that a fortune could be hiding in plain sight. What adds further emotional weight to this story is the passing of Queen Elizabeth II in 2022. As Britain mourned its longest reigning monarch, anything bearing her image suddenly carried deeper significance. The 2001 one-penny coin thus transformed from a monetary tool to a memorial token, an artifact of a queen who had guided her nation through decades of transformation. That emotional value, paired with physical rarity, is what makes this coin so desirable. And so, the tale of the 2001 UK Elizabeth II one-penny continues to inspire. From minting mishap to multimillion-dollar masterpiece, it is a testament to how even the smallest objects can carry the grandest of stories. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just someone who loves history, this coin reminds us that every penny truly does count, especially when it's worth $24 million. If you've made it this far, take a moment to check your change jar. You never know what might be waiting in there, gleaming faintly under years of dust and neglect. And if you're lucky enough to find a 2001 penny that looks just a bit different, heavier, less magnetic, more brilliant, you could be holding the next legend in your hand. Top 4. Today, we're uncovering a fascinating tale that starts in the heart of the United Kingdom and ends with a single copper-plated steel penny that could make you a multimillionaire. Yes, you heard that right. This is the story of the 2009 Elizabeth II one-penny coin, a coin so rare and mysterious, it has stunned collectors and numismatists alike. So sit back, and let's take a deep dive into the surprising world of a tiny coin with a huge legacy. The year was 2009. The world was navigating the aftershocks of a global financial crisis. Economies were trembling, industries were reshuffling, and governments were recalibrating. But amid all the chaos, the Royal Mint in the United Kingdom was quietly continuing its age-old tradition, producing coins that carried the nation's identity in every curve, every letter, and every gleam. That year marked a significant moment in the modern evolution of UK coinage. It was only a year after the major redesign of 2008 that had forever changed the reverse designs of British coins. People across the UK were still adjusting to this new jigsaw-style set of coins, where each piece formed a part of the royal shield. But within this transition, one particular penny quietly stood out, not because it shouted for attention, but because it held a secret. The 2009 one-penny coin bore the image of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II on the obverse. Designed by Ian Rank Broadley, this portrait was the fourth official effigy of the Queen used on British coinage, introduced in 1998. It showed her mature, regal, and composed, wearing the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara, with the inscription, Elizabeth II DG Reg FD, and the year, 2009. This side of the coin didn't give anything away. In fact, it looked just like any other coin circulating in purses, pockets, and piggy banks across the kingdom. But the reverse, was where the magic lay. Introduced in 2008 and continuing into 2009, the Royal Mint featured a new, modern design created by Matthew Dent, a young graphic designer whose vision was chosen through a public competition. His brilliant idea was to take the royal shield of arms, divide it into segments, and assign each part to a different coin denomination. The 1p coin displayed the lower left section of the shield, showing a portion of the third and fourth quadrants, representing the Irish harp and the 3 lions of England. The full shield could only be seen when you laid out all the coins together, from 1p to 50p. It was a design that united the coinage in a new way, both symbolically and visually. Now, most of these 2009 one-penny coins looked exactly like this. They were produced in the millions and circulated widely. In fact, for a casual observer, there was nothing particularly remarkable about them. But this is where the story begins to twist. Amid the regular minting process, a few coins, an extremely limited number, were struck with anomalies. Some featured a different reverse entirely, the older reverse designed by Christopher Ironside, which had been officially retired in 2008. That design featured the crown portcullis, a symbol long associated with the British Parliament. This was the design in place since decimalization in 1971. Now imagine the implications. In 2009, a year after the official design had changed, someone discovers a coin that not only bears the new date, but also carries the old reverse. How could that be possible? Was it a mistake? A rogue die? A deliberate mint error? Or perhaps a mysterious test strike? The Royal Mint has never offered a full explanation, and that silence has only deepened the intrigue. But collectors were quick to notice, and even quicker to value. The moment news of the 2009 one-penny era coins spread, a quiet frenzy began in the numismatic world. People started checking their coin jars, their change, and even their childhood coin collections. And in the rare event someone stumbled upon one of these era coins, the discovery felt almost mythical. Unlike other known era coins that number in the hundreds or thousands, the 2009 penny with the old reverse is believed to exist in possibly fewer than 20 known examples. Some estimates even suggest a number as low as 5 to 10. But scarcity alone doesn't make a coin valuable. What makes the 2009 one-penny coin so exceptional is its perfect storm of characteristics. It's modern, meaning it exists within living memory, and could easily be overlooked. It carries historical transition, being produced during a shift in design philosophy. It holds mystery, because no one really knows how or why it exists. And above all, it has intrigue, because every time one of these rare coins changes hands, it shakes up the collector market. Auction houses have taken notice. In private sales and niche numismatic forums, verified examples of the 2009 one-penny era coin have reportedly sold for astonishing prices. What started as rumors turned into certified listings, and soon collectors from around the world were offering tens of thousands of dollars, then hundreds of thousands, to acquire one. The allure wasn't just in the rarity, it was in the symbolism. This coin wasn't just a slip of metal, it was a window into a hidden moment in minting history. And let's not forget another important factor, the global appeal of Queen Elizabeth II. Her image has graced more currencies than any other monarch in history. Her reign connected continents, generations, and cultures. Any coin bearing her likeness, especially one with a story, is inherently appealing to collectors worldwide. And when that coin turns out to be one of the rarest known era pieces from the modern UK era, its desirability skyrockets. So where does that leave us today? As of now, this humble-looking coin has earned a reputation as one of the most elusive and valuable modern British coins ever minted. Enthusiasts from Europe, America, Asia, and beyond are keeping their eyes peeled, hoping to be the next lucky individual to find one. Coin dealers have been known to offer life-changing sums for a genuine 2009 one-penny with the Ironside reverse. It has become a white whale, a golden ticket, a dream find. But only a handful of people have ever laid eyes on one, let alone held it. It's a beautiful irony that a coin worth just 1 penny, a single cent in the UK monetary system, could one day command a price tag that rivals the world's rarest treasures. But that's exactly what's happening. The most recent privately documented transaction involving this extraordinary coin placed its value at an eye-watering $13 million. That's right, $13 million for a copper-plated steel coin that most people wouldn't glance at twice. To put that into perspective, that's more than the price of a luxury penthouse in London, or a rare Ferrari, or even a private jet. But perhaps that's the magic of numismatics. It teaches us that value isn't just about material. It's about meaning. It's about history, rarity, mystery, and the stories we tell. The 2009 Elizabeth II one-penny coin is more than just a numismatic curiosity. It's a time capsule. A riddle. A masterpiece born from a mistake, Or maybe a secret intention we'll never fully understand. So the next time you find a penny on the ground, or dig through a drawer of old change, pause for a moment. Take a closer look. Because you never know, hidden in plain sight, among the ordinary and overlooked, could be a coin worth more than you ever imagine. Maybe, just maybe, the next $13 million treasure is sitting right in your pocket. Thank you for joining us on this incredible journey into the story of the 2009 UK Elizabeth II 1 penny coin. If you enjoyed this exploration, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Ultra Rare Coins History, where we bring forgotten coins back into the spotlight and reveal the hidden fortunes behind everyday change. Until next time, keep your eyes open, your change close, and your curiosity alive.